Hello, welcome to In Focus, a video series that brings you closer to the remarkable people, bold ideas, and inspiring stories that make the RIT NTID community so vibrant. I'm your host, Blake Nitko, and today we're excited to welcome someone who's beginning an exciting chapter, not only for herself, but RIT and NTID as well. Joining us is Dr. Flavia Fleischer, who recently began her tenure as NTID's Dean, all the way from California, where she served as chair and professor at California State University, Northridge. Welcome, Flavia.
Thank you for such a warm welcome. I'm so happy to be here.
Now, your name sign, can you tell us a little bit about that? I just have to ask.
Yeah, it's funny actually. Many people ask me how to sign my name, if it's an F from the shoulder to the wrist, if it's shoulder to elbow to wrist. But my brother and I, we have similar sign names. So to back up a little bit, everyone in my family has a sign name by a shoulder. My father is an F on one side of your shoulder. My mother is a V on the other side. But all of our sign names, M, K, E, D, on a shoulder for someone. So my parents knew that they had me. I was the firstborn. My name was Flavia, so F. And they signed it with 2 touch points up by the shoulder. My brother is Finn, and he's the secondborn, so his is longer. It's still an F, but it goes down the arm.
You can sign both of them at the same time. Very cool. What excites you most about joining the NTID community?
The community, honestly, that's it. Just when this opportunity came up for the Dean of NTID, I asked myself, why am I excited about this position? Which is an important question to ask. What can I bring? And in turn, what could this position get from me? It really could work both ways. I'm deaf. And I knew that NTID has had a long history of supporting and serving deaf students, deaf higher education, supporting where deaf folks are in work, in their career, whether they be faculty, staff, students. It's an all-encompassing place of supporting the deaf community, and it always has been. I would say it's natural for me to be attracted to a position at NTID. But everything that has culminated has brought me to here, and that's why I'm excited. Plus, the new leadership that is already here, new opportunities to see what has been done and how to forge new paths forward to make improvements. NTID is already strong, but what improvements can be made? How can we grow? Now, I think it's a time of excitement, and opportunities like this don't come along very often.
I want to ask you more about your leadership style. We know that everyone has their own. Can you talk about yours? And what do you hope people working with you will experience?
I would say one simple phrase. To the root. And what that means is being people-centric, which is so important for higher education, and something that often higher education doesn't have. So to the root. Now, I want to get a pulse for what is needed. What dreams are there? What do folks want? And how can I support them in making those dreams happen? While also being mindful of where the future is going, where the deaf community is today and where the deaf community is going, and make those connections with our universe. So what I would say is to connect with people, you have to be transparent. You have to be authentic. You have to be caring. You have to be understanding of lived experiences, understanding of where folks come from. And that has to be the starting point for any sort of partnership moving into the future. So that's my style.
And I'm sure people will love to experience that working with you. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I hope so. I'm excited.
You've just started. What are your priorities in the early days of your time here at RIT NTID?
So I think what's important now is for me to listen and to learn, to understand the historical knowledge while also understanding current needs and where the community wants to go. I've already started that work, and I think that is crucial, to honor the people who have been here and are here the work that they have and continue to do. That's top priority. Of course, I have ideas. I have some thoughts of what I would like to get started on. Peer mentoring program, for example, for both students and also a mentoring program for faculty as well. I'm very excited to get to work on that. I think it's so important to meet many institutional strategic goals, and I'm very excited of where we can go with that. But first, I can't make decisions. I have to connect with the community. And as I explained before, it's so important to the root, connect with the people. And then we will grow together. That will help to shape my goals for the school, as well as just being able to partner with the community as a whole.
I wanted to ask, how do you see NTID continuing to lead, not just within deaf education, but across higher education?
NTID has been a leader all along. And I think that where we're at today, NTID can continue to lead and lead in different and exciting ways. We are facing things today like AI, which is transforming the world as a whole. And NTID has opportunities because they've been working on those technologies. We've been working on those partnerships. And now AI is in the fabric of our society. We have deaf studies, we have engineering, we have space study. It's all encompassing. And what that means is NTID has such opportunity now to really lead the deaf community in the work with AI and make sure that it's centered with and for deaf people and their lived experiences. That's one big area that I can see us going as a leader.
Now, talking about Rochester in general, is there anything you're excited to explore in the area?
I'm really excited to get to know the Rochester deaf community. That's big for me, and I'm so excited. Also, I really love the environment, going out for hikes, the great parks in the Rochester area. I've already looked many up. I watched a YouTube video actually about different things that you have to see in the region. Letchworth State Park, Green Lakes. I'm very excited. Plus, I'm a mountain biker. I've already looked up some mountain biking. I know California trails are going to be different than Rochester trails. And people have said to me, Rochester mountain biking is nothing compared to California. It's not nothing though, it's just different. I'm looking forward to many different places. I can't remember all of their names, but going to many of them.
I have a fun question for you. Is there anything that anyone would be surprised to learn about you? You like mountain biking? Anything else you'd like to share?
I did mention that I want to do the Winter 46. Many people don't realize I have done all of the 46 peaks. I think I'm number, 10,000 something. But I am a 46er. I did the 46 peaks while I was living in California. I would come every summer with my family who lives close to the Adirondacks, Plattsburgh specifically, so Adirondack Park. And we would come and hike, and my husband and an uncle, the three of us would hike together, and we finished the peaks together. I also have run 2 half marathons. The first was the San Francisco Women's Nike Half Marathon, and then the Joshua Tree Half Marathon. The Joshua Tree Half Marathon is fun. You start running at night. It's in the desert, so that makes sense. You run at night when it's cooler. And when you start running, it's not quite dark, and then it gets pitch black, and folks have headlamps on, so you can see everyone along the trail in front of you. And it's far, but oh my goodness, it was such an experience. And I finished about 11:30 at night. That was a great experience. And I stopped running for a while, but I've recently started again, so maybe I'll do some more local races in the future. That is something that I enjoy, and sports in general I enjoy.
Is there anything else you'd like to share with our audience today?
Thank you for the warm welcome to the community. Really, I have to let you know, I am so excited. I felt the warm welcome. I am still feeling it, and I look forward to working together with all of you and getting to know you better. I also have to say, for the students, remember, I always say that higher education without students is not possible. Now, looking back, actually, I went to a camp in Southern California for deaf children. I was probably 7 years old, maybe 8. And that camp was 1 week, maybe a 2-week camp. But I remember when camp ended, we would give out different awards to recognize the campers. The award that I got was Most Curious. The Curious Caterpillar Award, I remember it was called. And I hated it. I was so upset. And they said it was because I asked many questions. And I thought to myself, does that mean that I'm interrupting, that I'm bothering you? But then I became an instructor, and now I'm dean, but I'm still teaching. Teaching is in my blood. And for me, as a teacher, as an instructor, I want my students, I want people in general to ask questions, to be curious. Ask complicated questions, because that's how we learn, that's how we work together, and that's how we grow. So my message to the students is don't be afraid to ask questions. Learn more. Be curious. Being a curious caterpillar is not as bad of a thing as I thought it was.
Excellent. So to wrap up this interview, we wanted to thank you so much for joining us today and allowing us to get to know you a little bit more. On behalf of the RIT NTID community, we just want to say that we're looking forward to the impact that you have and your success going forward.
Thank you, Blake. It's been my pleasure, and thank you for the opportunity.
And to our audience, thank you for joining us today and learning a little bit more about our new dean. See you next time.